Okay, so in this next video, I'm going to start to explain the concepts of inheritance, polymorphism, and overriding behaviors and objects, or behaviors and methods. Now, this sounds pretty serious, and it is, but I'm going to attempt to explain it in plain English, hopefully at a level that you can understand it. Now, before we get started, what you should do is take about 10 minutes to go to the school website, load the programming page, read through my notes. You should also have a paper copy of my notes. Get onto Google, get onto YouTube, do a search for inheritance, polymorphism, overriding methods of behaviors as it relates to object-oriented programming. Do that for about 10 minutes and then come back. Okay, we're back. So the first thing is I'm going to step through an actual example, a working example of inheritance, polymorphism, and overriding using PHP Eclipse or using PHP and programming in the Eclipse GUI. And then what I'm going to do is we'll go through the notes quickly, possibly in the next video. So open Eclipse. Make sure you are in C Apache htdocs folder. Click on it OK. Give it a second to open. Now we're going to create a new project. So you go to File, New, PHP Project. We're going to call this one PHP. No, we're going to call this one Inheritance. Just INH. Nice and simple. Okay. No spaces, no punctuation marks. Next, that all looks good. Finish. And here's my new project. Right-clicking here, New. PHP file. I'm going to call this one main.php, and since we're using object-oriented program, right-click this, new PHP file again. I'm going to call this one class CL underscore hello world. Okay. So I guess the first thing we're going to do is going to go to main.php. Actually, I'm going to arrange my work area so I can see both files. So there you go. So in main.php, I'm going to go like this. Alright, I'm going to go echo, let's give it a title, maybe H3. I'm going to call this program example of inheritance, polymorphism, and overriding methods and behaviors. There you go. Okay, and that off. Save it, and then at this point, why do I go into my program, go to localhost, okay, and just run it. Right. So I'm gonna go localhost and go INH and then main.php. Okay, and there it is. So everything's working. I'm gonna take this here and I'm gonna drag this link onto my desktop. Okay. And there it is, nice and easy for me to run. Okay, so I guess from here we're ready to start developing. So we'll create a very simple class, okay, and we'll call this one class. We'll call this class the same as our file name, class HW. All right, and then simply like this. At the very end here, we go give it a comment, end class, okay, and then here we'll have a method, okay. It's going to be public, and we'll call this one output. All right, and this is the end of function. We'll call it behavior. We use proper terms. Okay, so we're going to end this function here, and then here all we're going to do is we're going to go echo hello world. Right there. Okay, so in this file here we're going to include that file. Right, so include once, okay, CL, and there it is. Okay, that pops up right away. You notice how, let me slow down a little bit. You notice how that when I did this, I go include open bracket, you see that Eclipse knew that this is the class file. So it knew it because these files are all related in the project. So very great, very awesome little tool. So click on that. We included it. So of course, when we include a class, before we can use a function in a class, we need to declare an object, right? So we go $x equals new, okay, HW. Now I just type in H, but you can see that it popped up right away. HW semicolon, right? And using this new object, we can now use it to run a function. So I'm going to go $x. And again, once again, Eclipse knows that the list of functions available in this class, in this case is just one, out.hw semicolon, save it, okay, and we're going to go back to our file, we're going to run it. And when we run it, we can see it. I screwed something up. So I forgot that in here, I'm going to go /h3, a small detail here. Alright, so save it again, go to here, and then run it. So here's my little program, Hello World program. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what inheritance is. So, and then probably in the next video, I'll offer an explanation of all of this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have a new class, and the new class is going to inherit this class here. Okay, so I'm going to right click in here, go new PHP file. I'm going to call this one CLE HW. Okay, E for extend. Now in this one here, now I'm going to move this down here so I can see all three files as I develop them. So here's my main program, is linking to my class, and now I have a subclass, okay, to the super. This is called the super, the parent class. This is called the sub or the child class. Okay, so in this sub or child class, what I'm going to do is I'm going to inherit the one above it. So I'm going to go class. I'm going to call this one HW extend. That, okay. Open bracket, close bracket, and this is the end class. Alright, and okay, HW extend, and then I'm going to go extends, okay, extends out, or sorry, extends HW. Alright, so once again, you saw that when I did this, a little slow down a little bit, so we'll go extend. Okay, so PHP kind of knows what I want to do. Alright, so click on that, purple for keywords, space, and it knows what I want to extend. Well, I want to extend the Hello World class, and there I have it. So everything's kind of clicking together for me. It's great. Okay, so now what I have here is I have the this is an extension of the parent or the superclass. Okay, so what this does is this class defines a certain number of behaviors, and this class here, okay, has all the behaviors of this one, but extends it a little bit. All right, so okay, now I'll show you a neat little magic trick, although I don't really think you're going to find it too amusing. Anyways, now what I'm going to do in order to use that is I need to include the extended class, the inherited class, into my main program. So in here, I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to go include once. Oops. Try that again. Okay, I'm going to go include once. I'm going to go CL, and once again, Eclipse knows what I want to do. So now I have my extended class. Now watch this. I'm going to change nothing else except the what I am the object I'm creating. I'm no longer going to create an object from this class here. Okay. So right now this object here, okay, I'm creating an object based on this super parent class. Now I'm going to create an object in this class here. I'm going to use this one here. Now watch this. So I'm going to change HW, okay, actually just delete that, to HW extend. Alright? So my class, okay, my class is now based on this one down here and not this one up here. Okay, but I'm going to run the same function. Right? And just to prove that this is going to work, I'll put 2 here. Okay? So let's save everything. And by the way, you go File. Yeah, okay. Save everything. Go to here, run it. Okay. Now you see that the 2 made it here, and you see that it still ran the same function. So let's analyze what happened here. I included the child or the subclass, which is this one here. This is the child or subclass to the super or the parent class, which is this one. The child of the subclass inherits all the functionality of the parent class. Okay, so that's why when I created a new object based on this child class, even though there's no, you can see here that there's no methods or behaviors defined here, I'm still able to run the out object because the child or the subclass is able to use all the functionality of the parent or the superclass in which the child or subclass extends. So you might want to rewind that last minute and play it about 10 times so you understand what it means. I don't think I need to repeat it. Alright, I can't think of another way to explain it. Okay, that is what inheritance is. I think in the next video what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what polymorphism and overriding is. Okay, the two are related, and then the video after that I'll go through my notes and explain a little further detail.